Good morning, Kyle Bradshaw here. Take a look at this. Today we are on a BMW 850 GS. We're going to be putting these Motoz Tractionator Adventure tires. These are the original Adventure. We're going to be putting those to the test and add those to the list of Adventure tires tested. This front end, if you watch, we're just cruising, we're doing 80 miles an hour, and this rain groove, look at it, it's grabbing that bike, it's grabbing the front tire and moving it. The bike is undulating back and forth a little bit. I mean, that's something that happens with lots and lots of 50/50 tires. I'd say about a third of the tires that I tested in the 50/50 tire test have that type of movement out here on these rain grooved California highways. Right now I'm really racing the sun. I want to get a good sunrise up here over the mountains. I've got to be up there on Highway 18 to my spot in order to get that perfect sunrise. So where I hope to be when the sun comes up is right here at the top of this mountain. You see that radio tower with the blinking light? That's a local radio station. And from there is a great vantage or vista all the way across the skyline. So this year we're going to show some high-speed twisties of these Tractionator Adventure tires. Again, these are not the rally tire. These are the original Adventure tires. So I got on the brakes there a little bit hard, and I kind of felt the back end lift up a little bit and fall a little bit. Not what I was expecting. Whoa! It said these tires are way harder than I would normally run. What was it, 33 in the front and 36 in the rear? I might have to stop and let some pressure out. Woo! Sketchy. Typically run these a lot softer. I mean, that's a great highway pressure, but when you're out here in the dirt, you really need to be down at like 25. The sidewall on these Tractionator Adventures is really, really stiff, and you gotta lower them down in order to get good function. So even though they're hard and they're kind of dancing around on the top of this gravel or soil here, they still have plenty of traction in order to grab and like lift me up and over these little ledges here. Well, we made it. That there's the radio tower that I wanted to get to, so we have this vista right here. It's gonna be gorgeous. Sun's gonna come up right over here. The sky is gonna be gorgeous. Can't wait. Now I did come prepared with my Kawasaki cup. Oh, look at that. Nothing like a morning adventure up into the mountains, a little cup of joe, watching the sunrise. Cheers. Happy Friday. While I'm waiting for the sun to come up, I'm going to go ahead and air these tires down. That's going to give us some great traction when we hit some of these upcoming fire roads, and then when we get down into the wash to test these tires out in deep sand. Due to the nature of the tire test I'm performing with Chaparral Motorsports, I'm going to go ahead and put these both at 30 PSI because that's the pressure that we've been running every single tire that we've tested in the entire test. All right, now it's time to lower that air pressure while we're waiting for the sun to rise. This here is the trusty toolkit that I carry everywhere. It's actually the toolkit that came out of my Arsenal backpack from Climb. This thing is spectacular. All of the tools, of course, are tools that I have put into this pack. It's really convenient the way that it stores things, though. Take a look at this ratchet. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's got a 3/8 and quarter. Listen to the super fine. So you flip it one side, burp, 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 good to go. And of course, these needle nose locking pliers are amazing as well. But today, we're getting in here to get the tire pressure gauge. There we go, 30 PSI on the nose. Anyway, talking more about these Tractionator Adventure tires. These are phenomenal, phenomenal tires. Now let's step back 10, 15 years. The only Adventure tire or 50/50 tire that you had that fit these bikes was the Continental TKC 80. Now that tire is out today.
It hasn't changed much over the years. It's basically a solid piece of rubber that's been molded with blocks that come out of the carcass that allow you to have traction when riding off-road. Now the TKC80 is a phenomenal tire. It excels in the dirt and it excels on tarmac. It allows you to stick to the pavement railing through twisties. Now the caveat to that is that rubber is very soft, and that soft rubber wears away very quickly. On my KTM 1190, I can't keep a TKC80 on that bike for more than like 1,500 to 1,800 miles. It goes fast. On my BMW R1200 GS Adventure 2008 model, I was able to get about 3,000 miles, but that was probably because I was running with traction control the majority of the time. And that's where Motoz comes into the game. They created the Tractionator Adventure tire that when I put on my 950 Super Enduro for that testing I talked about earlier, I was getting upwards of 4,500 miles out of that tire. Now yes, the Tractionator Adventure was just a hair more expensive than a TKC80, but it lasted more than double the amount of mileage that I got out of the TKC80. And that's really why I made the switch to Motoz back in 2009 or so. It was because of the mileage and the performance that I got out of the tires. If you're looking for a 50/50 tire, the Tractionator Adventure is the tire you should probably take a look at. If you're looking for something that's even more aggressive than that, you go with the Tractionator Rally. And if you want the most aggressive Motoz tire you can put on your adventure bike, you really need to be mounting up the Desert HT. Now these are all Tractionator tires. They're all part of that big adventure bike segment, but they all have very different purposes, if you will. Now this set of tires probably has 2,000 miles on it or so, and you can see that the back edge is actually quite cupped. Now that happens due to low air pressure and heavy front braking is typically what causes that. Now the difference you're going to see between the adventure tire and the rally tire is going to be the spacing between these blocks, and the rally tire has the center blocks here offset one from another. That's going to be the main difference you're going to see between the adventure and the rally. The other thing you're going to see is a difference in actual compound. The rubber of the rally tire is a little bit softer and it has more silica mixed into it, making it potentially a little bit better in wet weather as well.
All right, right now I'm going to do this quick little hill climb. I really do like these Motoz tires. They have great traction, they feel great on the street. The air pressure drop in these tires made a huge difference. Now let's see how these tires handle out here on the cement with that lower tire pressure. So by lowering the air pressure in these tires, that front tire is howling now. It was pretty quiet when it was full pressure, but right now you can definitely hear it howling down the highway. I'm also feeling it a little bit squishy on that front brake. So by letting the air out, that sidewall is now more conforming than it was before. And I'm feeling that feedback come back through the tire up to the suspension as I hit the front brake. Man, I can't believe how loud that front tire got as soon as I dropped the air pressure. Can you hear it? A little side action. Oh man, this tire feels good. The amount of get up and go this thing has, letting into the throttle. That's one of the things I like most about the these Motoz tires is the fact that the tread depth on them is significantly deeper than a lot of the other adventure tires that we've looked at, and you can definitely tell. I mean, the amount of bite this thing has straight out of the gate and the lack of side-to-side motion you get when that tire actually does dig in and run, it's really impressive. Now, I haven't run this traditional adventure tire in deep sand in a long time. I mean, before the rally tire came out, it was the Desert HT that I ran a couple times. Sand is deep and soft. But as you can see, the amount of traction I've got going forward and the lack of sidewinder action as compared to like that Mitas E10 that I was just running down here, significantly better performing in the sand than that E10. I mean, these Tractionator adventure tires were made for the outback in Australia. They're made for Baja, made for Dakar. They're really a true enduro tire. The amount of traction and performance that I'm feeling on this BMW down here today, these tires are awesome. Oh, it's got super soft, dude. Hear the motor? Just churning in the soft stuff. There you have it, guys. That there was my quick spin. About 4 hours worth of riding. Motoz, the Tractionator Adventure Tire, is still one of my all-around favorite tires. I really appreciate you guys for bringing this into the market and for spurring so much change in the tire industry. People are trying to chase these tires, trying to get a tire that performs as good as your tire. I love this tire, and I really am happy that it has brought about, like I said, the change that's happened in adventure tire market. Anyway, I'm Kyle Bradshaw. Thank you for watching this quick little ride where we've tested out the Tractionator Adventure Tire. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more action like this coming directly to your inbox, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you want to support the channel, please take a look at the link below to the Patreon. Go take a look and see if that's something that you would be happy to participate in. Until next time, as always, take care and ride safe out there.